So I'm in Malaysia at the moment, and in Malaysia there's like, it gets really hot, so basically the thing to do is go hit the shops and escape the heat by going to air conditioning. So going on this super nice like train station rail to get to the city, and walking around and being in the shopping mall where, like, you know, everything's so familiar, everything's so used to what I'm seeing at home, with, like, you know, your shops, all the labels are there, all the prices are there, everything's clean, everything's like 100 of everything just neatly folded. And yeah, I slipped back into what I usually do, like look around for things I like. Picked up this like super gorgeous, like, look how pretty it is. Anyway, so like looking at things like that and knowing that what I like and what I'm looking at is more expensive than what I need. Like looking at Medan, looking at the trip to like Indonesia and seeing people living in poverty made me reflect on, you know, what you need is just enough to get the job done. But then going to Malaysia and shopping made me feel like, you know, sometimes it's nice to have nice things, not just, you know, enough to get the job done, but something that's a little bit more special, a little bit more nice, better quality, like more high performing. But it's not really something I need, it's just something I like. So I think it's really hard to reconcile the whole, like, do I go with what I like and forego, like, thinking about these other people, or do I forego what I like and maybe give something to the other people? I feel like I should have gone in with a better plan. I mean, like, I just came off the back of a trip where I saw so much poverty, and yet I'm spending money like this. So I think maybe if I have a better plan about, if I don't choose to buy something gorgeous like that, where am I going to put the money? Like, I think it'll be a lot better if my money habits are more purposeful. So like if I look at what I want and what the equivalent is that's not as nice but will get the job done. For example, hand cream. Like, we saw this really nice hand cream, but it was more expensive than, like, say a $3, $7 hand cream that will do the job just fine. Because, like, my little brother's been asking for hand cream because he does rock climbing and your hands get really, like, messed up. This one smelled amazing, like jasmine, citrus, everything, like essential oils. But hey, like, another one would do the trick just fine. So to know that there's something you want and what will actually get the job done, maybe like taking that difference and putting it somewhere rather than just being like, oh, not knowing what you do with that money you saved anyway. I think that might help with foregoing stuff. So I do think it's a good idea to maybe think about living with less so that other people can live with more. At the same time, like, I don't think it's an entirely bad thing to enjoy stuff as well. So maybe I'll do like a once a year, like within the span of a year, once a year buy something that I like until like it runs out, and then anything that follows up after that I'll just buy the whatever will get the job done. So I get that balance of, I had something really nice, but I'm also just, you know, being practical about what I need, and that difference between what I like and what I need can actually go somewhere. Like, for example, the Compassion's Unsponsored Children Fund, where basically all the kids who don't have a sponsor, when they're in the community, they're really like hard up, and when Compassion goes in and assesses the situation and says, okay, you're not in a great place, so we'll register you for the program, they actually get accepted in so they can start attending. But to be able to fund that when no one's sponsoring them, Compassion kind of relies on the Unsponsored Children's Fund, where people just put money into this fund, not for a specific child, but for instances like this, where children need to be part of the program because they have a really hard life, but they don't have a specific sponsor yet. So I think that's a super good thing, that, say, not buying this, so nice, not buying it, and making do with something else, that difference could really go towards. Anyway, the verse to reflect on for today came from Joshua 1, verse 1 to 18. Wow. And it was talking about how God gave Joshua instructions and Joshua was obedient to follow it, and God pretty much said, I'll give you success in what you do if you follow my ways. So I think it is going to be a challenge to not let go of Medan, to not let go, to let go, to not, the one where like it'll be a challenge to not just forget what happened and to go and live my usual life. It'll be hard to incorporate it into my life in a way that's sustainable and meaningful. But I think it's important to do, and I think this debrief thing will hopefully help. So try and keep it up.